John Warner here, Bush Church Aid Regional Officer of Northern Territory in South Australia, and I'm here at Fred's Pass and here with Kathryn and Josh. Great, we've just had church. It's been a fantastic time in the Word and in song. But look, guys, tell us a bit about yourself. So, Josh, you're born and bred up here.
Yes, I'm born and bred.
Excellent. What are you doing with yourself?
So I'm just starting up a mechanical business.
How did you end up in the Territory, Kathryn?
So my parents moved here about 12 years ago from South Africa.
Yep.
And lived in the Territory ever since.
Excellent. And what are you doing with yourself up here?
So I am a teacher at a local Catholic college.
And where did you train?
So I trained here in Darwin at Charles Darwin University.
Okay. And you were saying you were pretty involved in the Christian group there?
Yeah, so I was heavily involved in the Christian group at Charles Darwin Uni, so it was CDU Christians. I was the vice president of the Christian group for about 4 years, and helped go on mid-year conference and helped organise mid-year conference and went to as many NTEs as I could squish in.
Yeah, right. No, fantastic. Look, it's great to hear your gospel heart. Now, Josh, you guys have just bought just near here, is that right?
Yeah, so we're about 5 minutes from the church.
Oh, beautiful. So, and what you're thinking around that? Like, you've bought obviously in and near Fred's Pass.
So we wanted to be near the community and the church we were going to.
Yeah, fantastic. It's great. It's good. And how are you both involved here in the life of the church?
So I'm a church warden, and I pretty well do all the practical things.
Like?
Fixing taps, toilets.
Something
all
breaks.
the tech.
Josh, can you fix it?
Well,
Pretty well.
That's it. So you're the backbone of the church, really. Yeah, it's good. We just had one of the most seamlessly run PowerPoints this morning with Josh as well, so tech guru. But yourself, Kathryn, how are you involved up here?
Yeah, so I'm part of the parish council here. I play music, so piano and sing, and when we have other singers, accompany them.
And you got a bit of a side gig from your teaching thing as well, Kathryn, and the
Overbites.
Overbites,
my own little band.
Little rock band out and about. Now, just quickly, as young people, maybe they're graduating from uni, or maybe they've been out for a few years, but they're looking to maybe have a gospel adventure for Jesus. Why come to the Territory? Why come and live and do life in the Territory as a Christian?
All right, so first of all, the Territory is quite a small place. There's not a lot of people, and at the moment there's a huge shortage with in the teaching industry and in the nursing industry and a whole bunch of other industries as well. It directly affects me at my work because we've got a lot of people down and we have to pick up the slack. But also there's a lot of opportunity over here to get involved in church. So there's a number of churches here that are often, a lot of them are quite small, so our church is quite small, which is one of the main reasons why we came and decided to serve here, because our skills were needed here, and we lived in the rural area as well. So whatever skills you have oftentimes can be used to great potential in the Territory, and there's a lot of work to be done in the gospel, like a lot of gospel work to be done.
Yeah. And is that the same story if you're a tradie or you've got...
Everyone's screaming for people to work.
Yeah. And look, and let me say, everyone, I've chatted with 5 or 6 different church ministers and people in ministry up at the Territory this week, and they're just saying the amazing difference of having 1 or 2 extra, Christians coming and willing to really get involved in life and mission up here in the Territory is just make a great difference for the gospel.
Yeah, and people as well who've had that training at uni through their Christian uni group, so how to run a Bible study or how to even read the Bible is such a huge skill that a lot of people here, like people in churches, particularly some older people, don't really know how to read the Bible for themselves and how to get into it. So those skills that you learn at uni through your Christian group are so, when I was at uni, I didn't think there was anything special about those skills that I was learning, but they are so vital to ministry here and are so needed in ministry here.
Yeah. So there you have it. Come to the Territory.
Yeah.
If you want to have a gospel adventure for Jesus, and you might even bump into Josh and Kathryn.
And the weather is much better.
Okay. And I'm here with Steve Walker at Fred's Pass. Hey Steve, how you doing?
Hi guys, I'm good.
Just had a great time in church this morning, hearing you preach your heart out for us. So Deuteronomy 17, great time at fellowship in word and song as well. But now Steve, you and Liz, you haven't been here that long. What's brought you here to Fred's Pass?
Yeah, so we came from Sydney and we'd been ministering in Sydney Anglican churches for about 5 years. And we came up here for a few things. The weather's better. It's beautiful up here. It's a really good time up here. But mostly we know that there are parts of Australia that are gospel rich, and Sydney's one of those places. And so we've thought for a long time that we wanted to perhaps leave Sydney and go and serve the Lord somewhere else. And with our eldest starting school this year and a few other factors around, we thought this was the time to leave Sydney and to go somewhere else. And so as we looked around, we landed on the Northern Territory, in large part because there is great things happening in the Territory. There are gospel workers here, we're multiplying, we are seeing the gospel proclaimed, and stuff is really starting to happen. It's very exciting, and we wanted to be a part of it. It's a brilliant place to come and preach the gospel, and the people here, like they always are thirsty for the word. And if you can teach the gospel, if you can preach the Bible, then come and be a part of it. We'd love to have you up here.
Yeah, I mean, it's a really unique place up here because you've got, of course, defence as well. You've got Asia on your doorstep, so there's so many people migrating and immigrants here in and around Darwin, and of course then there's lots of First Nations people as well needing the gospel. So I guess what have been some of the needs, the challenges, the opportunities, if people were thinking even now about looking at ministry, life and ministry up in the Territory, what would you say to them?
For people looking for a life of vocational gospel ministry, there are lots of opportunities, lots of places to send. We've got vacant parishes that need people. We've got people that would love assistant ministers. There's lots and lots of stuff to do. There's lots of cross-cultural opportunities if that's what you're doing. We mentioned overseas visitors. We've got First Nations people. There's just so much work that needs to be done there, and just not enough boots on the ground. There's lots of people. The Territory is a transient place, and so we're turning people over a lot with our armed forces people and people coming for a time and then moving back to capital cities or whatever it is. And so there's an opportunity to seed the gospel here and have it spread across Australia and into Asia. Lots and lots and lots of opportunities.
Yeah, it's a real, seems to me, opportunities for evangelism and training, almost like this sort of large-scale university ministry where you get to sort of not only introduce people to Jesus, but actually to send them out more mature in Christ and equipped to actually make Christ known as well. So, what about those who aren't, vocationally trained? They're Christians, they've got a heart and a love for Jesus, looking for a gospel adventure. What would you have to say?
I would say we'd love to have you. Churches need more than pastors. We need a church full of Christians who can welcome, who can be on parish councils, who can teach Bible studies. We need help at a diocesan level. We need people who can do accounting. We need people who can organise infrastructure for us. What we suffer from is the fact that we're a small diocese, but with a small pool of people, and we would just love a larger pool of people to draw from, to help us run the diocese, to help us run our parishes, to help us run these ministries. We'd really love it if we could have you. There's so much to do, and we can tell stories of people who are coming and doing that, and it's been great. Yeah. Just come and be a Bible study leader. Just come and talk to people. We'd love it if you could come and help us out.